Hello guys, how you doing? I'm still continuing about this. So I've been up. It has been very problematic to have an OCD problem, which basically, um, it seems that the body doesn't the body doesn't want to rest until I put everything in order. And it seems that I've been studying for hours, studying and studying for hours. So what I basically did is that I've been in um, reading about the law overall, learning and memorizing almost every single part of the law of the China, because U.S. has no jurisdiction on China, and we had our law article understanding chargeback. I have a bunch of the FTC BBB, which basically this is the Better Business Bureau, but like I said, it's more like something for the company to put a strike on this company for everybody to be aware, known of how bad this company could be and stuff like that. So I didn't record everything. Some of the other files I put in a different folder that were more important. These are just files that I'm always going over and over and over. It's about 5:37 a.m. If I refresh, it's about, I start at 5:37 a.m. To when I'm about to record this. It's supposed to be at 5:37. Instead, I'm starting at 5:57 a.m. Um, I've been up. I've been up all night and all night. After this, I'm going to take a rest and finish some of the things that I am supposed to do. So I got some files and papers up and ready. I put them all in a different kind of folder, and this is just to fight the case, the first case, because there is another case that cannot be fought, and that's because they put it in one of their term of service, so they made themselves like invincible with it with that. However, it's not gonna come without any consequence, to be honest with you. So what I did is I look at the payment. Look at the calculator, not this. Okay, not that obviously. Let me slow down because it's gonna show some personal things, so I need to just pop up the calculator right here. Thank you. So I'm gonna look at some of the things from the beginning, and I am not gonna add the transactional fees or anything like that, and I'm just gonna add in the one from Chensai and AMC Games. You know, when we believe it was that company. So we have 1 9 plus 999 plus 999. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can see it, so I should just show it here. Plus, can I do it like this with the? Oh, I can do it with the typing keyboard. And nine. Oh, however, I gotta do shift. Never mind, because I don't want to mess up. I have to shift as well. It's 999. Jensen right here. Plus, go to the next one. So we're not gonna add the transactional fees, just so you guys can get a clue. 99, 999. Okay. 499. 9, 1999 plus. Did I put that? Oh, yeah, I think I did. Let me make sure. 99 plus 999 plus 199. Okay. So we have the number here. I'm sure you guys can see it, right? Yep, you guys can see it. Good. Because I don't want the camera to show you something that, and then I have to edit it somehow because I can't expand it or I have to do it all over. So we're gonna keep that in check. Okay. And here is one that came. As you see, this is all the transactional fees that are coming after that. So remind yourself, it's gonna come up a little higher. And then here is at 1999. However, we want to put that with the number. We definitely want to put that with the number. So 11 89 plus 1999. It processes, not this one, sorry, I'm sorry, this one right here. Processing check card www.nc.com, Hong Kong's the 6th of the 7th, which is processing. It wasn't processed back then. See 613, 613, 613, 613, just like when it happened over here. 613, 613, 613, 199. Then a bunch of transactional fee came and then boom. Look at this. A bunch of transactional fee came and then boom. 1999. So we're gonna add that to this, and it'll equal. And we're actually gonna keep these files over here as well. We're gonna keep it like this. Just another sign. I'm kind of a little bit picky with this. Okay. So 131.88 was overdue. So we are going to look over here into the payments instead. And 1.99. Okay. So what do you see? My numbers for the transactional fees in here. Not international transaction fee over here. To the amount that I paid and was completed, and they said it was good. You know, this means completed. Both right there. 111.89. Technically, it was when I did when I paid a couple the time I did it to 102. Yet I wanted to test it, as we found out that there were two companies, Shenzai and Shenzhen. We wanted to test it, and we found out, like, if you look at the right here, when I paid a little bit more, I forgot to cover that in the video. When I paid a little bit more, and then at one point came out like this. See this? We also did a payment, a last payment, to figure it out on one of the last date, 199 only. You know, just to check if Shenzai charges this, and it did. But then ANC Games did not charge it. Like, it didn't put it on top yet. And then we asked the bank, has everything got out of our? It's AMC getting our money. AMC is getting our money, but it didn't show us in the processing. So now I don't have that in there. But however, when I added all of them, when I added this, and this, that one, and then 1999. When I add them, well, 1999, to show you how much I went over, or how they, took over of my money. But when I show all these right here, the numbers add up to 111.89, $111.89. After that, a charge was made of 19.99, which equals overcharge of this much. So definitely gonna be saving that in a bit, so we can have proof of that, even if I do have it in the video. So that I already did this. Now, one of the bad thing is that I was recording our conversation to make sure, and the guy told me that AMC Games was not touched at all. Now I have proof of that. However, I'll explain why I can't show it. ANC game has not been touched. The only people that has been touched is BLRD Ecom Ltd, known as BLRD Ecom Ltd, Shenzhen. Okay, so this is the only people that we're actually going against. As the video said, I only let them be reclaimed back for the chargeback, but I allowed AMC games, all the transaction AMC games go through. As I already said that too many times. Reason why I can show this video is because by law, I had to, like I show you, I had to understand the whole law thing. By law, you cannot record someone without consent. So let's say if you're going for a Comcast or something like that, and it says for quality purpose, we will be recording this, we will be monitoring or recording this phone call. Then all you have to say is no. Then by law, they cannot record you. By law. If you don't know the law, then obviously you won't say anything like that. But since it doesn't bother me being recorded, monitored, or recorded for quality purpose, I really don't care. I let them. I'll even say, hey, these people have been being bullshit, and I still won't care that they record that because it's true. At least they can hear that. But I can't put that video. I mean, I do have it here, but I have to delete it. I can't put that video because it is a criminal offense of it's a it's a D offense basically. It's not as serious as B and A, but it's a D offense. So I have to pretty much destroy that, and then I can pretty much show the conversation where I asked the person, did you take anything from AMC, and he said no. Did whoever the people who you charging, BLRDE who are the people who made it through AMC games. However, what I will do is I'm going to ask the bank to send me those transactions at least through the email, or go ahead and send those transactions through the by paper through the mail. Either way, I like to have it more in my hands. Like I have these papers, which I'm going to show right now, instead of having it in an email. I love having files and put in a folder. So what I'm going to do right now is what I'm going to show you is something like this, which is basically proof that AMC has not been touched, unless, like I said, BLRD is AMC. So here we go. I'm going to read it from the paper right here because obviously there's some parts missing here. So anyway, there's a bunch of there, so you can actually see them. It's all the same. So we're going to actually read this. It's going to be in Spanish, by the way. Estamos continuando el proceso de la devolución de las reclamaciones en su nombre. El comerciante o el banco del comerciante que se indica arriba tiene ahora la oportunidad de presentar información adicional para evitar su reclamación. Translate to you guys. We're now in the processing for the reclaim in my name. The commercial or the bank commercial indicated on these papers basically has now the opportunity to present information to rebuke or pretty much reject the claim, so it pretty much can fail and something like that. Lo que se necesita saber: hemos enviado su reclamación correspondiente a estas transacciones al banco del comerciante. Este proceso puede demorar hasta 45 días laborables. Si recibimos una respuesta del comerciante de su banco, se lo notificaremos a usted por correo. It says we have sent the reclamation corresponding the transaction to the bank or the commercial bank, and this process could take about 45 days, can last for 45 days, or can be delayed for 45 days if you want to use all three translations. If we receive any response from the commercial bank, we'll be notifying you through mail. And I'm pretty sure I just read this part right here, so we're going to go here. Nombre del comerciante, banco del comerciante. Name of the commercial or bank commercial. BLRD Ecom Ltd 1999. Cantidad, which means amount, 1999. Según le informamos a usted anteriormente, hemos registrado un crédito temporal para la cantidad de $9.99 en esperar de la devolución de sus transacciones desacuerdo. Now we ask We have informed you previously that we have registered at least a temporary credit of 1999, and we're waiting for the resolution of the transactions. And I have one here for 1999, 1999, 199. These are BLR 1999, 499, and we're actually going to go over it right here so you guys can see it as well. 1999, 1999, 499. So there it is. We actually showed you guys, you know, I can't show you money, I'm sorry. Can't show you the name or the name of anything in here or the number. That's gonna be, that's private. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn that off, and I'm gonna keep these paper right here on this folder. So AMC Games has told me that I did not, that I recharged everything back. I was typing so fast on the previously that I had to recheck what was typing on Skype, and I found one which was the semi last one that I didn't even put on the previous video, which is so right here, 646. I just told you where the Tumble Company address Chanson was one of them, and I told you that it's not BLRD Bird. So they have a company, as I said one time in the previously. You recharge will be. Please understand, if a player charge back after we send items, we will ban his or her account. Okay, so if I get a chargeback on their company, AMC Games, I'm definitely going to get my account back. I already know that from many games back. You know, it's in their ruling, it's in their term of service, it's all their information. Why would you charge back if you had a problem with the game? Tell us, and stuff like that. I don't know what he's talking about. If he can just scroll up and it says, I didn't charge you, I charge back a BLRD. So we got here and it says, dear player, we are AMC Game and we have two company. What? It's like I show you a company address. What? You just at that point he just revealed that Shenzhen you talked to us is one of the address. However, the company that they have located in the privacy notice. Let me see if I have that here. I can scroll down to term of service, and I can go down here. And transactions on www.amc.com are processed by ANC Game, which is located at room 1902, number 19 building, 38 Square, Shandong Road, 38, Hong Kong, HK. Under this agreement, service for good and service purchased by this website provided by AMC Game. So this is action. But they say they have two addresses. Just only have one address here in the term of service. So they're pretty much lying to player or hiding that kind of address that should have been put right here in the term of service. There's no other address in here to call, recall, or anything like that. Nothing in there, nothing in the privacy notice or privacy policy or anything like that. So they just have one address. However, we came down here and they said, dear player, we are AMC Game and we have two company address. Shenzhen, you talk to us in what is one of the address. Oh, so Shenzhen, you do have a company in Shenzhen and you have one company in Shandong. Yet on the previous notice when we talked about on top, this says that it's two different places and they're not them. So okay, we have located two of them. So they do have someone in there, in a company in that area. So what company could that be? Sorry. The only company that they keep that they refused before. As I told you, we have two companies, but one is showing a screenshot is not our company. I just told you we have two company addresses. Shenzhen is one of them. As I told you, AMC Game, we're not BLRD Shenzhen. Okay, BLRD Bird Shenzhen is obviously located in Shenzhen. That's where the company is located. But they do have a company. They have a company which they did not give me the name of the company located in Shenzhen. unless it is AMC Games in Shenzhen and Shandong. However, as I already told you, the papers files in here are only against one company, one chargeback. Do you guys get the puzzles? Is it connecting yet by any chance? I know there's some smart people up in there, so I'm pretty sure that it has already been connected. I charged back on BLRD. I got banned for charging back, and watch this. I did not check this out. It's not in the previous video because I was rereading and I found one, which I don't know if it was the one that was removed. As you see, at one point there was a comment removed. You know, at 6:46 there was a comment removed, and they went offline after that. So when I look here, I found out it was at 6:49, so it was after, and I didn't even saw that. So when I came back, it must have said it later. Sir, we just received notice that you have disputed all payments for AMC Games. No, I did not. My payments are right here. My payments are for BLRD. I already have proof with a video, but I cannot show that kind of video because it was without consent. You cannot record someone without consent. So that video has to be destroyed. However, I will go back to the bank and I will go tomorrow. Today I have to print up a bunch of papers so I can send it to them, but I will go tomorrow and not only send them the last papers, which will win me the case of the reclaiming for recharge, but at the same time I will receive information from them and tell them to send it to me in papers, the amount ANC has charged and a notice saying that we did not charge AMC if they didn't charge AMC, or if they did charge AMC, they would put it in a notice. However, I already talked to them personally yesterday, waiting for like freaking 2 hours just to wait for that, and then talked to him for like about at least an hour and 42 minutes. So I got all the information. They're all correct. I repeated it myself so much that I'm pretty sure that he got a little bit annoyed. Luckily, you can't detect it, but I felt that, you know, it would be annoying saying, "You're positive? You did not take any money from AMC Game at all? No. You took it from BLRD Ecom Ltd? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Please, I'll have the other papers sent for it, and I'll put it online, which are these, and I'm gonna have these already with this on the new folder, and I'm gonna have these as well, which I'm gonna put it close to, not quite, because I need to keep that there. I have a bunch of information on top of here from as you see, I have a bunch of information. Each one holds a humongous amount of information, so that's gonna be taken care of later. What I'm gonna do actually as well is that when I go, I don't have a printer. I never thought that I would ever use a freaking printer. But I'm gonna have to go downtown and use one of the computer's printers and print out all these right here. I'm gonna have to print out all of these, and I'm gonna have to print up these as well. I mean, well, technically I don't have to print these. I just have to send them the fax because they have it in the system, but just to show them. And these right here, plus the number corresponded between both of them, showing that it was 1111 when I started testing it. It was 102, but I started testing them on 2 payments to see if Shenzai takes the money and AMC, it doesn't show as AMC process, which Shenzai did. And not one time during that transaction did they say we're missing money or anything like that. They didn't say anything like that. So if they didn't say anything like that, that means there are BLRD again. So when the problem came that they took my money at that time, which was about a month ago, I told them stop BLRD from taking my money and allow AMC Games to take my money. But don't worry, there is one problem though that I just figured out. AMC Game by 2 things. One is that many of the dispute with China does not follow any of the jurisdiction from or judgment from the United States. So you most of the time are pretty screwed, especially when they put the term of service. You most of the time is going to be pretty screwed, because that once you agree to a term of service, it's like a wash like you're God, basically, because they are allowed to change the rule. I read that part that they're allowed to change the rule, but I didn't know how strong that was for them. They can automatically, as soon as you tackle them and try to take them down for what they have done, what they do is that they can change the rule to their need. So if you tackle them in one area and you find fault with the company, boom, they change the rule, and that automatically becomes God. It's basically that. It's like, I live in Canada, you live in Florida or something like that. And let's say that you're trying to get me from stealing your money, but I have a term of service that I can change rule in there and say, we're allowed to steal your money. Done. Since you already set the rules and you already set that they can allow to change the rule, it's like playing a rigged game. You can't win with someone who can change the rules. So what happened was, as well, was that even though they were taking money from BRD and AMC games, there was a process that was halted, I think, where I halted before they went and charged double instead of that number that I just showed you times two. I was able to stop their little trick to get that far. They would have succeeded if I didn't do it a month ago. So they're going to receive obviously a portion of that money. However, because I told them, it takes a quite a bit, like because of this case, because of the investigation, it could take quite a good bit for the processing. So if you have a problem, like you have a problem of someone stealing your money, call the bank quickly, because they can stop anything else. They can stop whatever's coming next, and that will take longer. That's the only time, like I said in the previous video, it shouldn't take too long for them to receive my money. But if you stop them on time by calling an investigation, then that's the only time they will take longer. However, none of the investigation was taken when they were taking my money. Everything was just peachy. What I also did is I started reading something that they will it's like a lesson, and why chargeback is so fucking annoying for a company and so bad. So when I was reading more article about the chargeback, check this out. Though accepting credit card payment is beneficial to business, chargeback can cause major drawback. If a customer disputes a transaction for one reason or another, you will have to go through a rather complicated process, which not only loses your sale but costs you otherwise unnecessary fee. Chargeback involve quite a number of string process and complex procedures, which may end up with you losing at the end, on the losing end. Credit card online transactions are considered to be CNP, or card not present transaction. Generally, a merchant account, sorry, agreements specify that the merchant will be 100% liable for any type of possible online fraud that might happen, unless you have the terms of service, which basically try to protect you from that kind of ruling. Sadly, whether it is actual fraudulent transaction or the case of malicious attempt by the card holder, the merchant will have to face the consequences. If determined that there is not enough proof to back up the transaction, the merchant will lose the sale and will subject it to a chargeback fees, which will range anywhere from 50 to 75 or even more. I think I heard that the last one can go out at $200. More say you ship the merchandise your customers through a payment, you lost $35 to $100. That's all shipping stuff. It's not going to complain because it's pretty much digital. So, understanding that and understanding all that I have read about chargeback and the law, and then the law from the USA and partial law of the Chinese, which has the USA have no actual jurisdiction because there is no mandated law over there from us to there, because we are not in friendly terms and stuff like that. What I find out is that you can still punish them through a chargeback, about $70 to $75 or $100. So they may keep my money. I can't make a reclaim. Basically, I can't claim on AMC games. Is what they told me. I could do it, however, it's not going to go anywhere. even if it doesn't go anywhere, that chargeback fee. Nah, I shouldn't do it. I'll think about that. Yeah. um, However, even if they take partial of that money, it's not going to be kept. It's pretty much me paying their chargeback fee because as soon as they get hit with the finishing and they can't succeed, one, they're going to get a strike, especially from their bank, Oceana Payment and WorldPay, which are the two bank transactions, Oceana Payment and WorldPay. And then second, well, the first is a strike, and second, they're gonna hit with the charge fee. So it's gonna be $50 to $75 or more, depending on their country and stuff like that. It could be much, much more, and that will pretty much what I pay for the game will pretty much cover the chargeback fee instead of being negative. So I'm pretty much going to be paying the chargeback fee on them, and I will receive only about a return of $66 back. It's not gonna be everything that I all that what you saw is not going to be everything, but basically it's just me paying the chargeback fee, I guess. You can put it that way. If you put it that way, it feels much better, but it doesn't feel like they got away with it because I'm not going to let them get away with it. So I'm actually going to be uploading this on both my YouTube channel and my personal channel. And when I get the papers, again, filed back to me about the consent that, they didn't do anything like that, they didn't charge back or anything, on AMC Games, I am also going to be putting those papers up. One of the things that we're going to go over right here is that they had a warning. As you check, there's a warning here of what we charge back. It's time. We can make a dispute 610 as a screenshot. So I already said I can make a dispute. I'll leave SSS of what the chargeback and what will be accepted by the bank. Don't know if you replaced the previous guy, but the customer guidance words BLRDE Chen, I spelled it wrong. Chen is located in Hong Kong will be charged back. Listen to this. This is the June 14. For freaking sake, we're on July 12th, and the incident just happened about my account on July 11 on 5 a.m. BLDE Transit located in Hong Kong. We will charge back and claim everything back from here as I already talked to the bank. However, as you see, they are the one who is taking our money and charge was made from your website Visa payment. I also need some of the, I can't get in contact because I can't get in game. I can't get in contact yet. I'm going to use a VPN, see if I can actually get in game with a different address, which I should. I need to get in contact with one of the person that says that PayPal blocked. He said that PayPal blocked Shenzhen, and then because he was blocked by Shenzhen, AMC went ahead and started charging that same amount because they failed through Shenzhen. So I need those. That's great, even more proof of what I could ever need. We just got 1999 from AMC Game. We allow and told the bank to allow these transactions from AMC Games. Anything beside AMC will be claimed back. Anything beside AMC will be claimed back. Enough said. June 17. Again, the name of the company. I start talking about their company. The name of the company is BLRD Shenzhen. And again, you can see that in the previous video, especially the one that is 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's the one that is going to be also put in this post and on my channel. But the previous video where I got that I showed in the 1 hour and 30 minutes are in my main channel. But it goes intention on these screenshots, you will see the different Google location as Shenzhen and all that stuff. I didn't see that. We started discussing that, like I showed you. We started discussing this and stuff like that. If they were by any chance Shenzhen, they should have said at least this. Well, they would have been caught on it, obviously, so they didn't want to say it, but they would have pretty much say, we're not BRD at all. And we don't have a company in Shenzhen or anything like that. However, they kept that secret until later in the end, where they provided information that they were. No wonder the person went offline pretty quickly. Catch on the lies, catch on the red-handed, catch on the cookie jar. But again, like I said, I did not make any dispute or anything like that. This is from the ANC, so I can put it over here in the fundamentals. Information. This is ANC specific, which has some more information specific about them, and I'm definitely going to be researching their their company. Basically, I'm gonna be researching all histories and stuff like that. I will be sending these to my friends and stuff like that, and spreading around as well. My friends already went to a couple sites, a main site. Obviously, I know already that AMC, one of the staff at AMC is keeping tab on my main channel because if you look at the description below, one of them says get your fat straights and stuff like that, and you can look, these are my fat straights, dumbass. But it said that and then deleted the comment or something like that, just so it doesn't look like it was all defending. But I still took a screenshot of that. It's on my Yahoo. It comes in my Yahoo. So I took a screenshot of that and I pretty much put it on the YouTube as well. And they're always going to have their staff defending AMC no matter what. That's what they do, you know. They're there to defend no matter that. GMs who are X-Mod will probably do the same thing. And I have proof of that as well. Alright, so this is pretty much done. I have to sleep at least a couple hours before I go to downtown. Put this right here, my original smoke stack stick. That's what I have. Put that there because I have to put all the papers. I even have the paper up there as well. Gosh damn it! Stop falling. Put the scissors, pens over here, my notes, folder, files, and the card that I need. You know, at least $3. I have enough. I have enough, just so I can go over there and pay the fees for printing those and then faxing them. I'm gonna have to go to the bank and fax them. So I'm gonna take this out. So right there, that's the warning. Careful when you enter a term of service as well. When they say that they can change the rule, it's pretty much playing God game in there. But they're not gonna get away with it without consequences. Those chargeback